situation. Hey God. If Odegaard leaves, it's going to be harder because like this, we're already hearing different leaks here and there. But Hand of Arsenal just dropped another update, and that update has put more spiral in the confused state that Arsenal fans are already there. He said, first and foremost, the most important part, there is a midfield budget. Arsenal has a certain amount that they are going to spend for the midfielder they are looking to acquire. So if you are calling a huge amount of money, for example, in the case of Fernandez, like he spoke about, if you are calling a huge amount of money, they are not going to buy. In the same vein, he spoke about Tonali and said the exact same thing that when there was an interest in January, that Arsenal were there. Arsenal talked about it, but in the summer now, they have called a certain valuation of over 85 million pounds, and Arsenal has no interest in paying that. Do they want the player? Yes, they want the player, but that valuation is the most important thing. So right now, looking at any other player, the valuation has to be right before Arsenal can step in. There was also interest for Pablo Barros from Atletico Madrid, but from what it seems like, they say that the player is unavailable for a lot of reasons. But apart from that, the most interesting one is the Alex Scott situation. They say Arsenal were interested in making a bargain of over 65 million pounds for him, but Bournemouth do not want to lose the player, and they panicked and they are rushing to get him to sign a new contract so that they can also include a release clause to let people know that okay, they can only sell based on the amounts that they want to sell. Allow us to sign midfielders now. Like looking at the whole thing is, I don't want to talk about the marriage situation because I know I've already made a video about it, because every single thing is just back and forth. Right now, the only two that seem a little bit more stabilized is Buwadi and Manukone. And for the Manukone situation, I'm sure that a lot of us have not really watched him in like a lot of games because of he plays in the Serie A, and many people don't watch the Serie A. Same thing applies for Buwadi and Leo. So these are two players that we do not know a lot about, but at the end of the day, when you watch clips, the truth is that in clips, almost everybody looks good, right? But the major players that we have seen, like the Alex Scott, the Tonali, the Bruno Guimaraes, that we know how they play, we have watched them for years. All those ones, they are being called silly amount of money for them. See, I have to give us now credit first of all because I like the fact that we are not just going to say we're going to pay over the board for players. So I've seen this transfer market where they are calling 100 million for players that have not even achieved anything. I saw last year, is it last night? Was it 160 million? I mean, it was 130 million that Man City paid for Elliot Anderson. And I do not want my team to be paying those kind of stupid prices. And it's not just because of I don't want them to spend the money. No, that's far from it. These prices have a way of affecting the players because it's not every single player that can handle the kind of pressure that comes with those prices. So when you're signing a player for a lesser amount of fee, that player feels more relaxed and can play his game. You understand? So I do not want my club to go out there and go and pay an exorbitant amount of money for a player, even if he is talented. You understand? So I stand by every single thing that is being said, but please, for the sake of Arsenal fans and for what we're trying to build, allow us to sign players for a reasonable amount of money. Boadi is the top of my list. So all these other ones are not really concerning me. Alex Scott, he's a player that I really hate playing against him. But I would love to have him because I know that the same way I hate playing against him, that my rivals will hate playing against him when he's playing for me. Those kind of damn white kind of players. But for now, there is no solid or any concrete situation concerning any of these players. But I hope Boadi ends up being that midfielder that we sign.